Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Manning Field for Greater Boston League Boys Soccer. Lynn English taking on Malden. Malden looking for their first win. It's actually Lynn Classical. I think I might have said English. They're playing next. Classical is 3-2-1. Coach Moreno for Classical is not here. He's among the missing. Actually, he's a guidance teacher at Breed, and they're having a big meeting after school, and he couldn't miss it, so he couldn't be here. He coaches Classical. His father coaches Lynn Tech. They played against each other in the city tournament. They've done it a few times. More than a few times. And Classical won the contest. And this is a strange day. I looked, I said, this is going to be one of the better days we've had because we won't get blinded by the sun because it was raining all day. And it rained pretty good. In fact, I have to open the window to look out because the raindrops are still on the window looking out, and it blurs it so I can't see. And all of a sudden the rain stops, blue skies, white clouds, and bright sunshine, which is good. Santos Emmanuel Alvarez in net for Classical. Samuel Pinto for Malden. Romero gives it back, and Romero gets it back. Paddling with Romero was Christian Benitez. Excuse me, I keep thinking it's English playing, it's Classical playing. It was Godinez battling, getting help from Halimi. Trying to knock it deep. Cleared away. Classical couldn't save it. Went out. Malden will get the throw in. As long as they stay down this end, we can see pretty well. Once they get to the left of midfield, they took Classical down, I think. Nope, they're calling Classical for taking Malden down. Classical player went down. They're calling Classical for the contact. Malden will get a free kick. Jeremiah Smith is the head coach for Malden. Coming from right at the 20-yard line from a tough angle on the far side. Right into the midsection of Alvarez. And he'll kick it away. Good line shot right on net. Now they get Malden, I think, for taking Classical down, so Classical will get the kick. Classical blocking Malden off, make sure it goes out of play, and they wound up getting knocked out on the track. And it's Cardenas with the throw-in. Haskell knocks it back the other way. Malden actually headed it back towards their net. Malden has virtually kept it in the classical end here in the early minutes. And Schiff gets him around the defense. Get a little bit behind the intended receiver. Malden keeping it in the classical end. Halimi knocked it away. Popped up, and it's going to go out of play. Malden with the throw-in. And they try to get around the defense, and Halimi picked it off and knocked it upfield, but Malden right back at it. Haskell takes it away. Just keeping it in was Corral. Now battling to get it back. And they're going to call Malden. They were all over Corral, pushing, shoving. They did everything but knock him down. Halimi will take the free kick. He does a very nice job with his left foot for this team. Just about the 20-yard line, but outside on the near side. Gets it up and deep, and a little too deep. Classical swung and missed, looking to get it to the net. Malden takes it back the other way. And they get it right back in the Classical end. And Classical pushed it away. Malden gets it back, but they knock it out of play. I know that sun's going to come back. For a moment, it just settled behind one of the clouds up there. So it's not as bad looking to the left as it's been. Still trying to knock it deep. Malden won't let him. Halimi knocks it back. They knock it deep. Klaus will get a piece, but knocked it right to Malden. And Malden will start it back to the Classical end, where it's been most of the time. And now they knock it into the Classical bench area, and Classical will get the quick throw in. Halimi gets his near side to Gerdia. And it went off the foot of Corral. We'll get a sub for Malden. They knock it deep, looking for a break. Gerdia got a head on it. Haskell trying to knock it deep. They completed the pass. From long range, the shot right on net by Gonzalez. Emir Omar Fierce Gonzalez. Knocked away and out of play by Gerdia. Neither team is yet to really test the goaltenders. The free kick in, they put it right on net, but they put it right in the midsection of Alvarez of Classical. Now from long range, deflected a little bit. Easy pickings. It was dead center. It was just like a little ground ball that Alvarez handled easily. And he boots it deep. And Malden right back at it. Classical hasn't come close to getting a shot anywhere near the net. Malden's moved the ball down and they kept it in the Classical end. And that shot blocked, rolls in, easy save again. Alvarez has to make a couple of saves, but nothing that even resembled a legitimate scoring opportunity. And Malden's right back at it. Moscow picks it off. And it got deflected away. Corral with it. Popped up. Tipped away. Classical trying to get possession. Still popped up. Nobody can gain. It's just bouncing around. Nobody could really settle it and get it on the turf and get a piece of it. Malden finally does. And the pass behind the intended receiver, Classical clears it away. And he passed it. Malden knocked it back in their own end on their own. They knock it very deep, and they knock it too deep. It's going out of play. Alvarez gives it to Halimi. They knock it deep. Malden gets there first, knocks it away, knocks it back to the Classical end. Malden picked off the pass. Classical knocks it loose. And Malden takes it away. Tried to knock it deep. It got blocked. I think it was Mendez that blocked it. Classical fanned on it. Classical just can't get possession. They really haven't put the ball inside the Malden 30-yard line yet. Malden trying to line up the shot, tipped away nicely by Halimi. They knock it deep. They knock it too deep. It goes into the Malden bench area. Pass a little bit behind. Malden keeps it in. They take the shot. They were trying to get it to the net, and they just sliced it way off to the right and out of play. Just about 15, little past 15 minutes into this first half. No score. Classical, Malden, Greater Boston League. Boys soccer, we got a timeout down in the field. But don't stop it until I tell you. Okay? I'm going to tell him the same thing now. He's going. You can't do that. In other words, no, I understand. Let's say he has to go to the men's room. Go quickly, get back quickly. The reason for that is he's got to be here because God forbid, you get a headache, you have a problem, you get a phone call, there's a problem at home, and now you've got to go. Now, so I mean, I know it's like I'm going to take the next 20 minutes, so I'll go and I'll be back. And that makes it sound good, but that's not, it can't work that way. In a perfect world, it works that way. But we can't always be perfect because if something happens, God forbid you had to go over the men's room, God forbid you got a headache, or God forbid all of a sudden you had a problem in that. Now, and you can't do it. He's got to fill in. I'll tell him when he comes up. I just want to tell you the same thing. So because that's the reason we bring two, so we can have in case realistically they'd like to do one and pay only one person. But, you know, if something happens, then we shut down, we don't do it. Go ahead. We're back after the timeout. Halimi knocks it up deep. Corral got a piece of it. They knock it deep, looking for Corral. Nice job getting around. Centers it. Malden took it away. And Malden will start it back. That's the deepest penetration that Classical has had. Malden's still with it. They knock it deep. It went by. Couldn't get a foot on it. Halimi was going to try and let that go out of bounds, but it wasn't going to go, so he finally kicked it out of play. And Malden will get the throw in. Corral did a nice job getting it down deep, made the pass, but then Malden made a nice defensive play. And we're going to get Classical, I think, for a knockdown. Malden will get a free kick from outside the 25 from a very tough angle. As far away as you can without being out of play, offside, or out of bounds. They get it up. They put it right on the net. That's a great kick. Kyle Lee, with the good foot, put it right in the middle of the net. And Alvarez made sure that there was no rebound. He caught it in the air. So all the shots on net have come from Malden. Skips past Gerdia. Skips past Halimi. But he hustles back and knocks it upfield to Corral. Malden picked it off. Saw that coming, looking to walk in. They take the shot and they knock it over the net. Great bid. Saw that pass coming, timed it perfectly, stepped in front, picked it off, walked in, and got the left foot solid shot, but a little too solid. It went over the. It was perfect if it was a little bit lower. Halimi boots it away. Corral couldn't get a piece of it. Malden knocked it away. Gerdia with it. Malden right back at it. Klasko takes it away and gets knocked down. So Klasko get the free kick from midfield. Deep. It went wide right. Pinto went over and got it. There was a green shirt bearing down on him. Gerdia knocks it ahead. Riveros to Corral. Corral, nice job taking it away. Malden picked it off, and they bring it back the other way. They knock it deep. Halimi will give it back to Alvarez, and he gives it back to Halimi. Looking for Corral. Picked off by Lee. His pass is picked off. And they just saved it. A nice defense there. That was Gonzalez almost went around the defense. I think it was Kenny Wright that made that defensive play. Trying to knock it deep. Defense playing well for Malden. They don't let Klasko get even close. And that sun comes out again. Trying to lead. Malden blocks it and takes it away. Klasko stepped in front, picked it off, but the pass went too far ahead. And now Malden will knock it out. Subs for both teams. Little beyond the halfway mark of this first half, no score. Malden has kind of dominated territorial-wise. They've got a few shots on net. Klasko doesn't have any. Bouncing ball. Malden knocks it away, heads it away. Klasko trying to take the shot. Malden blocks it. Down the near side, pass got picked off nicely by the defense again. That was right with the nice defensive play. Gerdia trying to walk in. Gonzalez knocked away by the defense, booted away by the defense. That's the longest Klasko's had it in the Malden end, and it's still there. Now Malden picks it off. Blocked and out off Corral. Lee will put it in play after the sub. Halimi knocks it deep. Lead pass, couldn't get past. Glasgow's defense has played well. Corral got a foot on it, couldn't control it. Glasgow now gets it, starting it back. Gonzalez ahead to Corral. Malden cuts him off and knocks it out of play. Felipe Neves with the defensive play. Nice little shift by Gerdia. And he bounced it off the foot of Viveros. Glasgow with it, pushed it too far ahead. Now they get it back out in front. They had a would-be scorer there, but the pass just a little too far out in front. Malden was able to knock it away. Now it goes out off Glasgow, and Malden will kick it away. Just past midfield. Glasgow pops it straight up. Malden got a head on it. Glasgow takes it away. Pushing it ahead. Malden broke it up. Bodies go down, no call on that contact. Glasgow still looking for their first shot on net. Corral with it. Couple of shifts. Halimi. Corral gets it back. He gets broken up. Gets knocked ahead. And Halimi gets there first and knocks it upfield. Corral couldn't keep it in. And Lee will put it in play again. Nice pick. They just took it away. And it gets knocked out. That was Viveros with that nice steal. Just picked it and took it away. We got somebody down someplace. They're yelling injury. I don't see anybody. Now, okay, one of the Malden players that was way back deep on defense, gingerly walking over to the bench. He'll be replaced. He was involved in the play upfield. I don't know whether he turned wrong or he's trying to run it off now. He went out walking, so hopefully he's okay. They tip it ahead. Classical trying to control. They're going to call Malden, I think, for contact on Classical, and Classical will get a shot. He'll be inside the 20-yard line for a free kick. Halimi will take it. They're inside the 15-yard line. Malden sets up that picket fence, but they'll move him back. They set up at the 10, but they'll move him back to the 5. He's just drawing a line in the sand rather than just point to it. Halimi will take the shot. And stayed out to the near side. Never hooked back, went out of play. So they still don't have a shot on net. Still no score. Malden and Classical. As he booted just past midfield. Malden picks off the pass. Tipped away, they get it back, they lead it, they pushed it too far. He'll save it and keep it in. And he tried to center it, Classical blocked it. Malden will get a corner kick. Coming from the near side, they drill it. Malden got a head on it, Classical heads it away, and they push it deeper. Malden from long range knocked it wide right and out of play. David isn't counting left in the scoreless first half. Halimi knocking it deep. Corral trying to get there. He got knocked out by Lerios. Malden coming back. Trying to get a shot off. They take the shot. It was going wide left. It was not on net. But Alvarez dove and got a hand on it. And Malden's right back at it. They tried the little bicycle kick, but he was way offside. They blew the whistle for the offside. Nice bicycle kick from the 15-yard line, but he was like 5 or 10 yards behind everybody. Halimi will kick it away. And he's got a foot and a half. Goes out inside the 30-yard line of Malden. Classical knocking it deep. They knock it too deep. It's going to go out of play. And we'll have substitutions for Malden. Bounces by everybody. Corral knocked it loose. Corral between two defenders got a foot on it, but all he could do was push it upfield, and we got a whistle for contact against Malden. Halimi will kick it away. Down the near side, Malden with it. Trying to get around, couldn't get the shot off. Glasgow knocked it away and they knock it out. I think Malden is the Tornadoes, if I remember correctly. That ball bounced around. They almost gave that one away. It bounced by everybody. They just got a piece before the white shirt was going to get a shot at it. And it goes out off Glasgow. Down deep on the far side with the throw-in. Pop to the middle. Corral knocked it away. Glasgow knocks it up. Corral will corral it. Goodyear gets it back. Halimi trying to knock it deep. Glasgow gets it. And the pass, a little too much mustard, it went right by Corral and out of play. And again, you look to that left, you can't see anything because the sun is out again bright. Also trying to tip it in front, and when he tipped it, he wound up behind everybody and offside. Malden boots it back to the Glasgow end, and they push it ahead. Halimi got a foot on it and knocked it away. Halimi knocks it away again. Corral will keep it in play. Viveros gets around. Pass picked off by Lee, pushes it back the other way. Malden knocks it upfield. Looking for the long lead pass. It got deflected. And it's going to go out off Glasgow. Malden collects the pass nicely. They have to knock it back. They try to knock it ahead. Halimi's there. Made sure they didn't complete that pass. Glasgow too can't get anything going offensively. They knock it deep. Foot race. Malden gets there first. Knocks it away, and it goes out. Substitution for Glasgow. Glasgow down deep. Looking to get around. Throws it out. Malden almost knocked it in their own net. The defender out in front. I think it was right. Got a foot on it, deflected it behind, and then it almost went in the net. This would be the first corner kick for Glasgow. And they put it right where they wanted it. But the goaltender, Pinto, picked it off and throws it upfield. And it gets booted further. And Malden has it. Halimi gets back and blocks it. And we're in the final 2 minutes and counting of a scoreless first half. They kick it back to Pinto. It goes out. Classical will get the throw in. Popped up. Out of play. Off Malden. Classical pushes it ahead. Deflected. Gets knocked out again. Looked like Classical knocked it out, but then Malden reached it, got a foot on it, and knocked it away. Classical will get another corner kick with time winding down here in the scoreless first half. Counting from the near side. Everybody milling around, picking a partner. Out in front, loose. Malden will clear it away. Grady takes the shot, knocked it over the net. Classical picked it up a little bit there, keeping it in the Malden end, but they still couldn't get a shot on net. Knocked away. Halimi with it. Corral. And it goes out off Classical. And we got a player hurt. And that brings the trainer over. That's Corral. He's been all over the place, up and down the field. He's getting up. He appears to be okay. And Yanda's helping him along with the trainer. He'll go to the sideline and we'll play out the final virtual seconds here. Classical knocks it deep. Classical's got a break. They call him offside. Looked like he was off to the races. That was Omar Gurdia with that breakaway. Look, his eyes must have lit up saying, I'm all by myself. And at the last minute, they blew the whistle. Can't be a lot of time left here. Halimi breaks it up nicely. It skips off Classical. I'm not sure why they blew the whistle. They're over talking to the Malden coach. One of the officials are going to get together. I'm not sure what this is all about. And I think they're saying that's the end of the half, as both teams are going to the sidelines. So the first half ends the way the first half began, dead even. Lynn Classical nothing, Malden nothing in this Greater Boston League battle. Welcome back to Manning Field as we're going to try and settle this one in the second half. Not going to choose between Malden and Lynn Classical in this Greater Boston League boys soccer battle. No score. Classical did not get a shot on net. At the end, they had a couple of corners, had a couple of shots that went over the net and out of play. But Malden's had a couple of shots on net, but nothing really that Alvarez, the goaltender, had to make huge saves on. They were just one hit him from long range. He was able to catch it midsection. A couple of others just took a couple of bounces or a little ground ball. Nothing he had to really worry about scoring. Well, he blew the whistle for some reason. And we'll do it again. Glasgow will kick it away. Malden keeping it in, down close. They had the better of it territorial-wise. They keep it in, still in, trying to center it. Glasgow finally gets to kick it away. Malden actually knocked it back to their own end. Trying to knock it deep. Malden picked it off. Glasgow broke it up nicely. Long lead pass. Trying to get around the defender. Can't. They wouldn't let him. Nice defense. With a rush. Malden. Glasgow got a piece of it. And they knock it out. And it's right back on the Glasgow end. Another long day here at Manning Field. St. Mary's girls field hockey played first. As the ball goes out of play off Malden. Now Glasgow and Malden, and it will be English and Everett in the next one. Boys again. And GBL again. I still have a hard time saying GBL because I'm so used to English and Glasgow in the Northeastern Conference. So back and forth we go. You get the idea that one goal might be huge in this game. Oscar will get to kick it away. Alimi with that foot drills it deep. Malden knocks it back the other way. They knock it deep. And it goes out of play. Malden Catholic comes away with it. Nice defense. Now it rolled out off Malden. Had that point blank shot. Glasgow's defense made a nice play, blocking it. They give it back. Alvarez will take it. and knock it away. I want to say it was Gonzalez making that defensive play. As I try to pick up the number. Could have been Omar Gurdia. Malden down deep with the throw-in. We got a Malden player slowly getting up. He's okay because he's now going to come to the ball. And now bodies go down again, and they call it against Classical. So from the 20-yard line, Malden will get a free kick. Classical made a substitution. And they're waiting to put the ball in play. Just outside the 20-yard line from the far side. And as he was running up to kick it, they blew the whistle again. I'm not sure what that was all about. Everybody back in place. Defense trying to block, offense trying to score. Now they put it back in play. They get it up. And they got a little backward kick out in front, but they kicked it behind the net. They couldn't really get control of it and get a good head-on kick. They were falling away with the left foot and kicked it behind the net. And Alvarez will kick it away. Now it's not Alvarez, it's Halimi. Bounces by everybody. Classical looking to get there first. Knocked out by Malden. Chacon was the one looking to go get it. He wound up getting knocked down. Now he's out in front. Classical has it, and they knock it home. Chacon kept it alive. Number 9? Yeah. Chacon kept it alive. He threw it out in front. It got deflected right onto the foot of Hernandez. And Hernandez knocked it home. And that's the first shot on net by Classical. And not a shot on net, it was a shot that went in the net. But Chacon made a great rush up the near side, got around the defense, got in close, and was able to throw it. It got tipped. When it got tipped out front, sitting on the doorstep was Wayner Nolasco Hernandez, and he drilled it home. And now Halimi, he can reach the net from here. He gets it up, hooks it out in front, takes a big hop, and went over the crossbar. It almost went in. The goaltender came out, it bounced over his head, but it took a big hop and went over the crossbar and out of play. It just missed going in the net. He came awful close to knocking that home. Little ground ball to Alvarez. Popped up. I thought it was Malden that popped it up, but now it looks like they're going to give Malden a corner kick. I think the first thing you should do is get the other soccer ball off the field. The ball boy thought they were going to needed a ball. He threw it in. I don't know if someone made contact or they were offside, but Glasgow's going to kick it away. Halimi will get it done. The ball boy thought they were going to need a ball. He threw it in play. Glasgow player was right there, standing next to it. He didn't even move to get it out of play. One of the Malden players went over and kicked it out of play. Knocked away nicely. And we got, I think they call it contact. Inside the 40, the kick will come from. They line drive it, and it goes wide left and out of play. Glasgow will make a substitution. Halimi looking to knock it upfield, knocked it out of play. Malden's right back at it. Lead pass. It deflected by. They threw the nice lead pass. I don't think the Malden player thought that was going to get through because he kind of hesitated. By the time he realized it got through, it was too late for him to go get it. That was Toussaint. And it went through. And Alvarez is able to make the easy save. If he picks up that pass, he was going to walk in alone. Glasgow knocks it deep. Malden knocks it out of play. We're in the second half of this GBL battle. Lynn Classical against Malden here at Manning Field. Glasgow has just scored to take a 1-0 lead. And Malden lets it. They were letting it go out of play. I don't know if Glasgow saved it or Malden Castle, but it wound up back in play. from long range. Nice shot on the net, but too high and over the net. Right out in front, everybody looking to get a piece of it. It was Malden getting ahead on it, and they knocked it out. Costco with the throw-in. And Costco knocks it out. Malden will get the throw-in. We'll have a substitution for both teams first. Halimi knocks it deep. It hit a little bit deeper off to the right side. And Pinto plays it easily. And he'll kick it away. Glasgow got a piece of it. Couldn't get around the defense. And Malden starts it back. Glasgow takes it away. Lead pass, a little bit behind the intended receiver. I think he was looking to send Gonzalez in, and was a little bit behind him. Good idea. Pinto boots it high in the air, right to midfield. And Malden will carry it into the classical end. And it's knocked out. Mayan will put it in play. It just went by. The pass couldn't really collect it. It was the pass was almost like waist high. Couldn't get a foot on it. Couldn't knock it down. It just went by and out of play. And Glasgow player got knocked down. They'll get a free kick from around the 45-yard line. Again, Halimi can reach the net from here. Put it down inside the 45. Off a body out in front. Klasko keeps it alive. The little bicycle kick goes to the near side. Klasko. And they call Klasko offside. Halfway through and counting the second half. Klasko leading at 1-0 on the goal by Wayner, Nolasco, Hernandez. Klasko got a head on it, trying to control it. Malden takes it away. Deflected to the middle of the field where Malden will knock it deep. And Klasko's back there to knock it, and he'll knock it back to Alvarez and let him kick it away. He gives it up. Halimi will knock it upfield. Deflected away, a foot race. Klasko gets there first. Malden comes from behind and back checks and knocks it away. Good defense. Looked like Klasko might have a breakaway. And he closed quickly from behind and knocked it away and knocked it back to the goaltender, and Pinto kicked it away. You're going to get Malden for grabbing, holding, and bumping. Klasko trying to get control of the ball. And Klasko will get to kick it away. Halimi again, knocks it deep. Malden got a head on it, deflected it to the near side. They knock it deep, and getting there is done, knocking it out. Good hustle by the Klasko defense, and then Klasko knocks it out. And we'll get a Malden substitution. Wright was going to put it in play. They knock it deep. Alvarez is there easily to handle it. And he gives it to Halimi. And he knocks it very deep. Looking for a break. Malden lost it out of play, I think. Substitutions for both teams. I guess they're saying Klasko knocked it out. Out off Malden. Trying to center it. Malden got a piece of it. They tip it back. The shot got blocked. And it's going to go out of play. I think Klasko's going to get a corner kick. Halimi will take it from the near side. right by everybody. They booted it. Everybody looking for it, trying to get a head on it. Nobody touched it. From one side to the near side to the far side, out of play. Malden will kick it away. Headed away. Tipped up. Glasgow trying to get there, can't. 15 minutes and counting left in this one. 1-0 Glasgow over Malden. Goal coming here in the second half by Wayne Nolasco Hernandez. Glasgow trying to get control. They finally do. And Malden blocked it, took it away. And Glasgow takes it back. Malden blocked it. Glasgow steps in front. Nobody can really get anything going. It's just passes being picked off by both sides. Malden finally gets control. They try to knock it deep. It's knocked away. That's Halimi with the defense. Picked off nicely by Glasgow. Knocked deep by Chacon. Malden gets there first. And Glasgow took it away, but they knock it out of play. Glasgow's trying to tip it forward. They banged it out off Malden. Malaro will put it in play. They knock it deep. Dunn is there to break it up. Stays with it. Glasgow. Malaro helps out, and they're going to call Dunn for bumping and making contact, and they're going to get the free kick from around the 20-yard line. So we're down to just under 12 minutes left in this one. 1-0 Glasgow over Malden. We'll have a timeout. Time becomes precious now for Malden. Just under 12 minutes left. They get the free kick. D'Oliver took the kick. And Malden knocks it in the net. I just got through saying they got to get a giddy up in their step. Zachariah, Moyna, Foster knocks it home. So we have a tie at 1-1. They finally got a very good shot on net and knocked it past Alvarez. So we shrunk the game down to 10 minutes. From long range, out past the 20-yard line, he kind of chipped it, just knocked it high over everything out of play. Malden heads it back. Hamili broke it up. And Haskell gets it to the near side. Chacon. Haskell tips it ahead, just stepping in defensively. Very nice defensive play. Looked like Haskell had a break. And the defense just stepped in front and knocked it away. "10 minutes and counting left in this one. Haskell with the throw in. And it goes out off Klaskell. Blocked by Klaskell. To the near side, a foot race. Malden gets there first, takes it away, and knocks it back upfield. It's knocked past Dunn. Malden starts it back, try to go to the far side. It gets tipped by. Klaskell had it, and they call it off Klaskell. And it goes out off Klaskell again. And Klaskell knocks it away. Klaskell got a foot on it. They knocked it out of play. That was Galvez. Galvez gets a foot on it again. From long range, the shot goes wide right. I was waiting to see if they call it a block. They didn't. Alvarez will kick it away. Klaskell will make a substitution. And they blow the whistle again. I don't know if they the person being subbed wasn't off the field, what the reason was, but they bring it back and he'll do it again. Alimi boots it away. Tipped by Malden. Now sky high. That went way up in the air. Malden got a head on it. That was illegal last year. Last year you couldn't put your head on the ball. It was a free kick if you did. Now the throw is going to go out of play. Malden will keep it in the Klaskell end. And it goes out off Klaskell. Out off Abbey, Estuado, De Leon, Angel. Try to say that 5 times fast. 6 minutes and counting. 1-1 the score. Malden has come back to tie after Classical took a 1-0 lead. And quickly put in play by Hernandez. Now we're going to Classical player go down. I think that was Viveros. Up quickly, which is good to see. Halimi bangs it away. Classical picked it off and Classical knocked it out. Knocked to the far side. They knock it deep. Classical trying to block the Malden player. Couldn't. The Malden player wound up with it. Threw it out in front. They got the shot off. Great hustle by Malden to keep that ball in. Classical wasn't playing the ball. They were playing the play to let the ball go out. It wound up in. They centered it. They got the shot off. Alvarez made the save. Now sliding, Classical knocks it away. Tip. They had a shot from a tough angle. They were down close. If they passed it out in front, they would have had a wide open net to shoot at. They tried to make the shot themselves, and they knocked it past the net and out of play. And with the final 5 minutes, the clock has stopped. We got a timeout with the game tied 1-1, Classical and Malden. We're in the closing minutes. Malden has just under 12 minutes in the game, scored to tie it up after Classical took a 1-0 lead early in the second half. Malden knocks it deep, cuts to the middle. Taken away, Halimi with a nice defense. And Classical bring it the other way. Looking to get around, still looking to get around. Got taken down, we got a whistle. Classical's going to get a free kick. Right around the 10-yard line from a tough angle. Halimi will take it. Right at the 10-yard line. Opportunity for Classical here. You know, line drive is going to do it. You want to get a little chip shot out in front. Maybe try to get somebody to get a piece and tip it by. What they've been doing is banging it too much foot, knocking it over the net and out of play and out of sight. They put it back in play, and that's exactly what they do. They knock it high and over everything and out of play. Little less foot, trying to get it to the net instead of knocking it away. Back in the Classical end, Malden knocks it deep, looking for a break. And they knock it wide left. Halimi hustled to try and get there and get the ball. Alvarez is coming out of the net to try and shut it off. And the shooter got there, but had to take a tough shot and just knocked it wide left. So Malden almost came up with a big play. Popped up. Alvarez will play it on a hop with a couple of white shirts bearing down on him. And he boots it away. Bounces to the Malden end. Pops straight up in the air. Everybody looking to get a head. 2 or 3 heads. Dunn knocks it away. They tip it up. Halimi marked it back. Klaskal has it taken away. Nice little shift by Malden. And we got a body going down. And that's going to give Malden a free kick. I think it's Lerios taking the kick from just outside the 20-yard line, almost dead center. Drills it and knocks it wide left. They haven't been able to put too many of these shots they're getting on net. Halimi bangs it away. Can't be a lot of time left in this game. Klaskal almost with a break. Broke it up, looking to get it. Looking to walk in, they tip it. They could have walked in, didn't know it. They took the shot, it went way wide left. Shot get blocked, popped up, Malden trying to head it away. And they kick it deep. Dunn will kick it back. Looking for a break. Dunn knocks it away. I'm surprised the whistle hasn't blown. It's been a long 5 minutes. Klaskal knocks it deep. They take it to the middle. To the side. They take the shot. And they score. They could have taken the shot, but they chipped it over. And Hernandez gets his second goal, and that's going to be a backbreaker for Malden. It got tipped around. They got it. They had a good shot from the 10-yard line straight away, but he gave it up and gave it to Hernandez, and he just squeezed it under the top crossbar inside the near post, and Klaskal has got their 1-goal lead back. Now I guess Klaskal's happy that there was a little extra time because they take a 2-1 lead as it gets knocked out by Malden. This is the longest 5 minutes I've ever seen. Out off Malden again. So that was a very unselfish standing at the 10, maybe a little bit inside, dead center. Could have taken the shot, but saw Hernandez open on his right, gave it up, and Hernandez just tripped it and just snuck it in inside the near post under the top crossbar. Just enough room for the ball to fit in. Again, the longest 5 minutes I think I've ever spent. As I say that, they blow the whistle and the game is over. So very late. Malden scored late to tie it, got a little bit of momentum. Klaskal takes it away. Second goal in the game by Hernandez. Got the great pass, took advantage, chipped it inside the near post, under the crossbar, just snuck it in. Late in the game, with about a minute left, he scores to give Klaskal a 2-1 win. They go to 4-2-1, and Malden will have to wait a while to get their first win of the season as they lose a very tough game. They fought hard. They worked hard. They dominated territorial-wise most of the first half, a lot of the second half. Got some shots, didn't get them on net. Finally got one and scored. They tied it up. They had momentum. And then Hernandez with the second goal took it away. And Classical gets a hard-earned 2-1 win over Malden in this Greater Boston League battle. So Classical 2, Malden 1. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm John Hoffman saying we'll see you next time.